Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. Peep game. I want to talk about Andre Ward a little bit because, like I said, I made a video about this almost 2 weeks ago, and like I said, I had a real, like, cool, deep conversation with Andre Ward. And like I said, we gained each other's respect, and and we had a real good conversation, behind the scenes. Because like I said, sometimes the best conversation you have is behind the scenes. And I think sometimes you shouldn't turn on a camera and start filming somebody and then you trying to grill them, like you they psychiatrist and shit, and then question somebody's blackness and all that type of shit. Because at the end of the day, in defense of Andre Ward, a lot of people seem to forget Andre Ward spoke out against Gucci and Prada. And some of these high-end companies are just companies, period, that was demeaning black people. Where I recently went to a PBC fight and I saw some PBC fighters wearing Gucci. And wearing Gucci shoes and the whole shebang, as if they didn't know that happened. But then if you ask them about it, they gonna say they don't care. But then Andre Ward don't get credit for that. And he did speak out against some of the racism that go on every day. And people seem to forget that. I gotta ride with Andre Ward because he from where I'm from. He from the Bay Area. The same way people ride for their guy because they from the same place, so I'm gonna have to ride for Andre Ward. And I don't care who get mad, so be it. Because at the end of the day, too many people need to start looking at themselves. And like I said, I ain't talking about nobody in particularly, but if you think I'm talking about you, hey, too fucking bad. Real talk. Because we need to look at some stuff about Andre Ward that people need to be put in perspective. Now, we all know the infamous interview that happened back in February. But let's talk about this. Let's think about this. Something that Andre Ward can throw up in people's face. Andre Ward is married to his high school sweetheart. Andre Ward's wife is black. Has 5 children by the same beautiful black woman. People seem to forget that. To a certain degree. I had this conversation with 7-8. I even had this with Dante. You could care about the community and you could love black people. You could love being who you are. But he said at the same time, he said you could date who you are, but he said at the same time, people are going to look at you and say, hey man, you got your nerve trying to question somebody's blackness when you ain't married to a black person yourself. And that could go either way. Because like I said, they're black women married to black men, and they some of the biggest handkerchief head coons, whatever you want to call it, out there. That's just fact. I get this all the time about certain people. I'm gonna tell you somebody who I'm gonna use them as a prime example, who proved that they were solid. But for a lot of years, people didn't trust this person. One dude in particular is Harry Belafonte, which I don't think Harry Belafonte is from the States, because he got some, I think he from the Caribbean. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody put in the comment section, where is Harry Belafonte from? But one of the reasons why a lot of people didn't trust Harry Belafonte was like, man, I don't know about this dude. And even though Harry Belafonte was solid, he proved he was solid. But one of the reasons why people was like, I don't know about him, is because Harry Belafonte had children by non-black women. And then his kids, you know, were known for being with non-black men or non-black women. So people's like, okay, how are you talking all this black shit, but you don't even, you don't even fuck with black people as far as procreating. So you have to, you know what I'm saying? You do have to raise your eyebrow to a certain degree. Even though I don't like it, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt and not be labeled, a sellout, even though you are, if you're married to somebody that look like you and you happen to be black. And if you black and you talking the rah power to the people gonna scratch their head and say, man, you looking like a hypocrite, dude. Because see, the thing about me, like I said before, and I'm not questioning nobody else. Like I said, if you take offense to what I'm saying, that's too fucking bad. I'm not talking about any particular person. I'm talking about this as a whole. Say what you want to say about me, but my son's mother, she's black. She's very dark skinned. Okay? Very dark skinned. Not exactly Wesley Snipes dark, but she's dark. She's not brown, she's not light, she's dark. But she's not Wesley Snipes dark. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to get the benefit of the doubt over somebody else because I procreated with a black woman. Whether people... See, I'm talking about the things that people ignore, that people are scared to talk about. I gotta talk about this because I'm the only one that have the guts to say this shit. And like I said, I talk to Dante like at least once a week, and me and him be having some serious conversations. And we didn't talk about this. I done talked to 7-8 about this shit. I done talked to other people about this. This ain't like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't snitching on nobody. And like I said, once again, I'm not talking about any particular person. I'm just talking about this as a whole, why some people say this type of shit. But getting back to Dre, like I said, Dre done spoke out on certain things where other people didn't. And then, like I said, I saw people rocking Gucci. I saw people rocking Gucci at the Chalo fight. They all were black. Now, I could have went and said, hey, man, why you rocking Gucci after the shit that happened with Gucci? But at the end of the day, that could become a messy situation. And like I said, you don't want to get into the point to where some of these dudes get too deep into the conversation to where words are exchanged, and then next thing you know, it turns into something, you know what I'm saying, worse than what it should be. But you do look at them and you question them. Like I said before, I did shoe reviews. Like I said, I spoke out against what Nike did to them people in Santa Monica, California. But Gucci, Prada, and other people, they purposely did something that was offensive and tried to play games. And like I said, Dre spoke out against that. But once again, you got people, a whole bunch of people trying to question Dre's blackness. And Dre shouldn't have said what he said, but at the end of the day, I'll put it to you this way, Dre behind the scenes, he be doing the damn thing. That's all I got to say. When you look at certain things, you got to be like, damn, man, if I could go back, maybe I would have did that a different way. I'm just telling you to watch out for people like that. Watch out for people like that try to play that card. Because like I said before, Dre do a lot of shit for the community, for the brothers behind the scenes. I know. So I'm just saying, just watch out for the hook, line, and sinker. Don't fall into what everybody is always talking about, because sometimes they don't know, they don't be knowing what the fuck they talking about. And then sometimes you got people that be flat out lying on people too. And I'm that's all I'm saying. Just listen to me carefully. Don't get over emotional. Like I said, I had an issue with Ward's comments towards Deontay Wilder. Really did. But I understand when you work for a company, they have to push certain agendas. And a lot of people know that. But I'm going to leave it at that. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out. Shout out to Andre Ward.